Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with. I have been meaning to have a word with you if the occasion presented itself, but as you know, I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the
Fatui? But who are the Lawrence clan?
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius, leading. The aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none other than the Lawrence clan.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys.
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain. Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for. We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences. But it seems the descendants, no matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant. But if the investigation were to come up empty, all of our past efforts would have been wasted. You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knight, but you need not emphasize your role as the Honorary Knight. You're a traveler from a distant land, and you can approach the aristocrats in this way. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position.
Whoa! Leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a thorough plan!
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after all the diplomatic issues I've dealt with. The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling near the northern city walls. It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his temper. Thanks again for your help. If you run into any snags along the way, I'll do anything.
Who are...
Hello! We're here
Hello? Did I hear you correctly? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply... Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking. If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant... Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees.
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of...
In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, and neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping. But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility? I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore our rightful honor. Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on... Now I have more pressing matters to attend to.
So this is what Master Jean meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight. I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for...
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as... You just have to keep at it and never give up. Hey, why don't you let me try to help?
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Schubert Lawrence, but it turns out that he's a peculiar character.
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners. I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence clan can be...
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big-headed?
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan. My good buddy, Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th Company. Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you...
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean choose us for the task?
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knights. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family. She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around...
Thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her. Let's go.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to...
Who would have guessed the Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan? Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members? The Fatui! What are they doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later!
How you guys? Dodge like this! Went too far. This first. Freeze! Dodge this! Hurry up! This one's well done!
Drop!
Freeze!
Oh, so sorry.
Cool it!
Time to act. Rain outlines your fate. Let me read you a...
Dodge this! I guess this is it.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long... And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will...
What?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but...
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my
Arch-enemies? Wait a minute, you're...
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort 2 strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt. Which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be swifter still.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
Yes, that's...
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can communicate with...
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by... Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him? I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me. I will have vengeance for this too.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's not
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
But didn't you say it first?
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3... I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only...
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people. We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment...
Paimon's confused. This girl's all vengeance this and revenge that. Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos before.
You finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so...
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise it'll keep bugging us.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let things go. Don't worry, there's a time and place for exacting vengeance.
You need to be in the right mood?
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to begin now, who knows how long it will be before I get to you.
Well, if you have so much to take care of...
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worth... But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, a man of... If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation will prove fruitless. But if he did commit a wrongful act, I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are 2 key points that aristocrats attach great importance to. Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very...
Oh, Paimon's already learned some... Mark my words! Vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it's a...
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say not to call others strange? It seems you don't respect the rules of your own...
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I." However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the part "morning dew" is not uncommon, so it expresses that... Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend could easily offend them. Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So however, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately. This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another.
Wait. This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better if you gave some real-life demonstration.
Ah. Very well. Come with me. We'll choose some bystanders.
Celestia. I wonder what it's like.
May the god of
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right?
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility.
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's. Got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking with those under which you so graciously toil. How dare you speak in such a manner?
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do, just beat it. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member of the Lawrence clan. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with any one of their like in Mondstadt. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if—
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words.
Wow, the Lawrence name really does carry a terrible reputation.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone else. You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility, and solemnly kneel to the ground with up. Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel completely before I can say the next words. Right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue.
Hey, stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence.
Again? What's with this attitude?
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be good. I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words. You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to them. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause any—
I know she's a knight of Favonius, and that the knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much weight with. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming, and if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of—
You have a point. But mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here, I may be no match for you. I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here, if you don't want things to get more unpleasant,
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further. It's all right. This happens quite often. Let's find someone else to talk.
Paimon thinks we've seen enough now. Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea the feelings between the Lawrence clan—
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even 3-year-olds know the story. Don't worry. What with me being a Knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with me. Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today.
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger.
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair, right? But as memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are passed from one generation to the next. At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family. I have nothing to be discontented about.
Yeah, why were you so
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my... Let's leave it at that. Just think of it as something I like to do. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems we have no...
no need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing gets in our way on an adventure. Paimon thinks we got the gist of it now, right? Right? We'll just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else riled up.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. You're already halfway toward mastering... A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It stems from their taste for refinement, but we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me to Dragon...
It's so cold. Does aristocrat...
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to remain composed. For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse, but a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so without a stain on their garment and their...
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of adventuring. Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake. Uh-huh. This is where you can finally...
You look pretty confident this time. All right, let's get started. Remember, you must be graceful and elegant. Don't get knocked or launched into the air. That would be most... That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again. It'll be difficult at... Remember, you... No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again. It'll be difficult. Remember. Not bad. A lot better than I had anticipated, at least.
Paimon almost didn't make... So, are we...
Don't flatter yourselves. We've only just begun. This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of a real battle, there's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract nearby monsters. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of... My family set only the highest expectations for me. Even Let's proceed. This is the leyline monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly.
No, my sword!
You're in for a little shock.
Rain outlines your fate.
Don't get frostbite. Freeze.
Rain cutter.
You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again. Blitz.
Drop!
Cool it.
Let's spark things up a little.
Rain outlines your fate.
Crumble apart! Starfall!
You've been a naughty boy.
Let me weave you a verse.
You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. Well done. Your performance was most impressive. And you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragonspine surroundings. I'm starting to wonder if even I could have done given such an outstanding performance.
Like Paimon said, adventuring is our specialty. So, that's it for our training, right? Then let's get out of Dragonspine before—
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance just now. You, on the other hand—
what? You mean Paimon was also part of it?
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about throughout the entire thing. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Hey! That's not true! Paimon was just focusing on you!
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instructions. A cause for vengeance, perhaps. Now, drink this.
Huh? What is it? Are you trying to poison Paimon?
Certainly not. It's warm milk. Didn't you just say that you were freezing? Drink it and it'll help.
Oh, thank you. Are you—
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, that would ruin my plans for vengeance now, wouldn't it? So, dear friend, don't die on me out.
Paimon knew something was off!
All in the name of vengeance. No need to thank me. Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to Mondstadt. I already have something in mind.
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight.
We meet again, Amber. Seems we're just bound to run into...
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you're here, why don't we all...
Very well. It's been some time since we've last shared a meal together. Come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's gift while we eat.
Yes? Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? We'll take it as a gift to him.
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it here at the counter once it's ready.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also...
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house. You know.
So, we clearly didn't order this. Yet you prepare...
You're gonna take revenge on her for giving...
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am. Well then... please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
Delicious unauthorized delicacies. Sarah will pay for this.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle?
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle...
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it gebratenes Fleisch mit Vengeance.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts contempt as much as she does.
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honorary knight might miss... Eula's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how she is. It's nothing you should take too seriously.
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me.
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person. There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something nice.
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah, have you?
Well...
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me, and I have no intention of acting... All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm stuffed. I'll see Sarah about...
No need. I've left the Mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. Sarah won't get the upper hand this... All right, next you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain near Springvale. He usually whiles his time away...
aren't you coming with us, Eula?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. It'd be better if you two went alone. Ah, yes. Please do remember to pick up the dish from Sarah.
I still have more recon to do in the wilderness. Well, and...
Let's meet again. What an interesting bunch you are.
Here, the gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut is ready to go. And by the way, don't worry too much when Eula says strange things. She's actually a...
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of Eula when she was trying to speak with the... But she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber just now.
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bearing the Lawrence name. They are unable to see past her family, therefore they don't actually see Eula for herself. So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything she tries to accomplish.
How come you're able to see Eula differently then?
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused quite an uproar. Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their decision. At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance of the Knights of Favonius headquarters, clamoring for Eula to give an explanation.
Whoa! So both sides were on...
That's right. So you can imagine how determined Eula must have been under such circumstances. But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, they were able to quell. In the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius, but she simply fulfills her duty as a knight, silently helping one person after another, myself included. People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. She could stand to be treated a little more fairly. I believe a day will come when things will get...
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula again. Paimon
I'm glad. I think that would make her very happy. Take care. Please come again.
Haven't you heard?
Cheers for a beautiful life and the next hunt.
The tent seems to be pretty tad. Could this be another aristocrat?
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had... Magnanimous. Yes, indeed. Very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded. I'll overlook your...
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
It appears I have misjudged you. Supreme brilliance. Impressive. My intentions were to test your humility.
Oh, so he was testing us.
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must say, such progress in such a short time is practically unfathomable. If I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of... Ah, good. Very good. You are bright, and compared with the common folk of Mondstadt, you certainly have potential.
By the way, we brought a gift. Ahem. Paimon means we would like to present you with a small...
Could this be? It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young person nowadays, only with no small... It's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... Ah, yes. This aroma. Just as I remember it. And this
Now even Paimon's starting to...
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly imply that you come bearing... wait, so you've come to know of this, too? Well, considering your meticulous etiquette, you... Please, come with me. We're to see some... friends from a distant...
So he trusts us solely based on your etiquette.
Well then, let's get going, shall we?
Do you think his friends are the Fatui? Things will get sticky if the Fatui happen to recognize you. What should we do?
Huh? Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden? Even if they are powerful, our status is much higher than theirs, and therefore we shouldn't allow them to admire our true faces so...
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure they'd recognize...
Let's proceed, shall we? I'll introduce you as my guest. As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, We simply have to make do for now.
Sorry. Can we walk any faster?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is unacceptable.
As expected, it's the Fatui!
As expected?
Because we always see them around the city. They must be very powerful.
Huh. Nothing more than foreign ruffians with power and the ability to flaunt it. But they are favorable business partners.
Hold it right there! Who's this?
If you really must, they're my guests. If you happen to offend them in even the...
But this matter is of utmost secrecy. We must exercise caution.
You dare question the ways of a nobleman? I don't have to...
No need to sound all high and Fine. You may proceed.
Good thing you're with us. They don't dare to question you.
Of course, that is the benefit of prestige. In past times, it would be a dire offense to speak to a nobleman in such a manner. We could determine a person's fate with the blink of an eye. Huh. And such glory will return to me again before long.
Where have I seen this person before? And who, may I ask, is this? We mustn't bring just...
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are...
Our plans are strictly confidential. It's not why... Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined the Knights of Favonius has been...
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, my guest is well versed in the etiquette of the nobility. The Knights of Favonius pay no regard to such details. They could never understand the intricacies of our etiquette.
And what about this?
You mean Paimon?
Enough! You dare question my word? Need I remind you who it is who has made your activity? Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you would have all been driven out by the Knights of Favonius like... You must immediately offer your sincerest apologies to my...
Fine. I'll take your word and make no further inquiries. Now, to the matter at hand. Did you bring the diagram of my...
Oh, so that's what's going...
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Let me see. Why is it so poorly drawn? Everything's so
Excuse me? I'll have you know that I went to great lengths to care... That shape is the symbol of the Knights of Favonius.
I see. Crude, but I can make do. Are you able to verify that this is all reliable information?
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed upon. The flag of the Lawrence clan will fly above the Knights of Favonius headquarters. The rights to that building, as well as the whole of Mondstadt, belong to the Lawrence clan.
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use haggling. We will make good use of the intel you provided.
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic rule over Mondstadt. Then, the city and all its people will once again be under the rightful and unwavering rule of the Lawrence clan. Perfect. Just as it...
May I remind you once again that we mustn't act.
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
That's right! It's the honorary knight and their trusty companion, Paimon! We're here to crush your...
So this was all just a ploy to deceive me!
It's your own fault! Who would put so much
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh! We'll see about that!
Just as I expected. I knew I should have never trusted these... No matter. We already have the intel.
They're running off in different directions. Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end. Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Schubert later.
little closer.
Stay right.
No, my sword!
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Dodge this! Ah! Ah!
You can't run. I slipped not too far.
Oh, so sorry. Ah! Ah! Free!
Rain outlines your face.
Dodge this! Cool it! Ah!
The door is open! Let's go! Is that Eula?
Don't touch me! Get out of my way!
It seems we finally caught up with you. This place is crawling. Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
Aha! I see now. So you're the one that taught them our etiquette. And I thought you... Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such traditions...
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what? I had no reason not to teach.
You have brought shame to our family and ruined my plans.
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you were well aware that it was not the right thing to do. As a Knight of Favonius,
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one thing straight. I am your uncle, and you are a member of the Lawrence clan. You still have a chance. Defeat every Knight of Favonius here. Then I shall plead with the family to spare you.
So just to be clear, you want a...
I shall say this one last time. You are not a Knight of Favonius. The blood of the Lawrence clan flows in your veins. You must comply with the will of the...
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the family?
Why, you unruly maid!
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. As a member of the Lawrence clan, had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make trying to keep the plans under wraps?
You dare lecture me?
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dearly revere, Uncle, I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. But I am capable of discerning right from wrong. And I deeply understand what freedom the Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've dreamed it to be.
Oh, the disgrace of it all! How could such a rebellious monster emerge from...
Things are starting to get pretty hysterical here. Politeness and elegance seem to have gone out the window.
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. The honorary knight and I have... Given that you've already taken action, I assume you've come across...
Paimon took a peek at their diagram. Your uncle had mapped out all of the Knight's patrol routes and marked out key information about...
And there was me thinking that he was just another elder of the family. And a lazy one at that. I never suspected he could stoop this low. So, let's discuss this later. Our first priority is
They're here! Stop them!
Shudder!
Use this first.
Beg for mercy.
I must collect myself.
Shudder! Urine. Eye for an eye.
So quiet.
Rumble apart!
Freeze to the core! Huh? Yeah.
You can't run! Well, neither can I.
Beg for mercy. Huh? Crush! Huh? I condemn you!
Too low.
Rack and ruin! Huh? The odds are against us. Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword!
I will end you.
Flood of frost!
This isn't good.
Yeah, beg for mercy.
No slacking off!
Eye for an eye. Crush.
It isn't time for a break yet!
Beg for mercy.
Starfall!
Yeah.
This should be fun!
This first.
No slacking!
Shudder. Yeah.
My work. Finished.
Crush.
Use this first.
Beg for mercy. Guess I got my comeuppance.
That seemed to work.
Heep, 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 deep.
The loneliness of death.
Dodge this!
Crush.
That's where they put the diagram!
This here, huh? I guess there's no other option but to fight!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite.
Well met. Shudder.
I must collect myself.
Freeze!
Take cover.
Freeze to the core. Beg for mercy. Crush.
Finally. So quiet.
This must be it. They may very well have already made a copy of it. But without my uncle as their puppet, there'd be no use in them attacking the city.
The Fatui wouldn't have relied only on your uncle.
True. But if their plan had hinged purely on taking Mondstadt by force, as opposed to with the help of a puppet, they could. The Fatui are dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open war. Their opposition. Anyway, I'll inform the acting Grandmaster. She'll know how to handle things from here.
Oh yeah! You suddenly appeared at just the right moment!
Yeah, about that. Because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui I'd been tracking earlier. I came to exact my vengeance. You tried to do my job for me, and I'm here to return the thing.
Finally! After all this time, Paimon... In reality, you sensed that something might happen to us during our investigation. You were worried about us and your uncle, so you brought a team to take a look.
My purpose was vengeance. Don't twist the story. You don't look too bright, but it turns out you have a knack for scheming. And mark my words, I'll remember that.
Hey, what do you mean Paimon doesn't look too bright?
You have seeded a deep enmity between us. Just you wait. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forget you.
Bring it on!
I like your fighting spirit. I'll take this diagram back to the Knights of Favonius and take it from here.
Sure. Well,
that you will. And make sure not to steal my targets now.